just wanted you for openers to tell us a little bit about the play. I hope to see it, of course, when you guys probably next week, I believe.
We open on the 18th.
All right.
This is
Nope.
Pearl Cleage's play,
Mm-hmm.
um, one of many, and it's making its Los Angeles premiere. And it's a play which deals with aging
Mm-hmm.
and passing the torch. How
Okay.
do we, um, the legacy of work, not just what our family's legacy is, but who are we in our occupation?
Ah,
How do we get the next generation ready? And when is enough for us? When do we say we can stop playing the ingenue?
okay. Okay. All
It's
right.
like, nope, nope, you don't do that. And it deals with something, the subject matter deepens when we talk about August Wilson and his great legacy of work,
Yes.
and how well the monologues and the speeches and the text is so rich for the men, which is understandable. He is a man. And why why aren't there as many and monologues for the women? We got Rose and Fences. We got what's her name in piano lessons. Sorry about what's her name, but I am 76.
It,
Um they're the women are there always, but somehow how Pearl structured it was in a critique of this person, Anna Campbell, an actress who started her career doing something called Naked August because she wanted the richness of the male monologues in her mouth to just hear the words because they are beautiful. His structure and syntax is so Shakespearean, and for us even more, in community and in America.
mhm.
It's he is the great American playwright. And so it deals with the issue of how do you let someone younger take over such a classical critique if their occupation is nowhere near where yours was and in preparation for it. Now, I know that sounded like real abstract, which is why you all should come and see the play so you can see how abstract it really is when we get down to the nitty gritty of what Pearl has written. And she has given us a delightful evening of work. We're about 90 minutes to 100 minutes. A
Mm.
delightful play that you walk away asking the question, when is enough? When do we pass the torch? And how do we examine what we see, like who to
Mhm.
pass the torch to?
Mhm.
Because it isn't always what we see on the surface or what we hear, because a classically trained actress is supposed to just forego her life, her 30 something years of work to what we assume is, well, the occupation of the younger person is a stripper.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
she has the proclivity toward that classic work. She wants to do it and she can do it. So, how do you judge that and why judge it? Why judge her occupation as opposed to what you actually see? And
Ah,
once she sees it, it's like, oh, well, we do that. We're quick to judge. So
no, that's true. That is
that's
that is
the
so true.
play in a nutshell.
Okay, all right. And by you probably have already sort of answered that in this first question, but what made you decide you wanted to direct it?
Well, first of all, Pearl Cleage and I were classmates at Spelman College. I was in her first play at Spelman. So I have a great relationship with her. and she had asked me to direct a play some time ago, but I was already engaged with something else and I couldn't do it. So this time when it came around, it was like, oh, I got the window because I'm getting my foot. I had foot surgery in March. I said, I'm getting my foot done in LA. That will be an opportune time for me to do this play because I won't be in New York. I'll be in LA where the play is at the Geffen Playhouse. So I jumped at the chance to do it.
Okay. Okay. Um, Now that you've done everything at this point, difficult question because most people don't know whether they want to answer it that way. But anyway, what is your preference, directing or acting?
Oh,
Or
I can answer it. Directing. I can
okay.
answer it. Listen, acting is very seductive. And I should have been directing more. I have directed all along, but I should have been directing as much as I was acting a long time ago because I truthfully feel that I have a greater sense of the total picture. And I often have found myself when I'm acting engaged in the total picture, which means that my acting is like sitting there like, oh, why are you paying attention to that? You need to just be focused. I'm not that myopic. I think that I'm good, but I think I'm a better director. I think I'm really good acting, but there's something about the directing and the total picture that just is intoxicating for me. I love it. I love seeing it all come together. And everyone says I'm a control freak. That's not it. I just see the picture.
Hmm.
God has given me a great insight
Hmm.
into living, and the acting, the plays are a part of how we live. It's living. So I am interested in what the playwright gives us, and then say, now the actuum to all of this, the reality of how this lived is this. And that was given to me from Douglas Turner Ward. He said, everything has already been done. So you and the rhythm of living has already occurred. So your job as the director is to place that within the lines of the playwright. The intention that the playwright had when they wrote the play, it's already in the zeitgeist. You just have to see it, and that's your job to see it. And I think that God gave me that sight to see it. So
Okay.
I love directing. I think it's the best. It's harder because it's so all encompassing for everyone. You don't just get to sit with yours. You got to sit with everyone's. And I love seeing the arc come together of this piece, that piece, and putting it, building it all together like that. So no, I love acting. Trust me, I do. Like I said, I was always seduced by it, so much so that I would turn down the directing job to go act, but I shouldn't have. I, you know, I should have said, no, I'm gonna go direct this play or go
Hmm.
direct this something
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
think I would be farther along right now. You know what I mean? And at this age, how much more can I do? I'm like, oh God, how much time do I have left? And so I'm wanting that. I'm wanting, as anybody would at 76, I am wanting more time. But
Yes.
I'm grateful. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
good.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I do. So basically, because that was my next question. So it's challenging, perhaps tougher, the directing part, but you love it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah. Okay. Um, so I don't know if the main cast has been changed. You mentioned a difference in one of the characters. What?
Yes, Anna Campbell is now. Do you have that? Anna Campbell is now. I mean, well, no, she always was. Charlene Woodard.
Yes.
I don't have that in front of me, so I'm gonna try to remember. Betty, whatever Betty's last name is, Betty is now being played by Denise Burse.
Uh,
Um, Everyone else is the same. Kate is played by Deborah Joy Winan, and our fabulous Pete is Olivia Washington.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, that kind of goes into next generation and
Right?
everything.
Isn't that
Yeah. So
something? The two older and the two younger.
yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that. I was going to ask you if you could comment a little bit on that.
Well, being in the room with them has been a challenge and fun because they have a different idea about a lot of things, including something that we're working with. And when I make and they are helpful when you go into the room. Anything that I have learned was don't have everything so solidified when you walk into your rehearsal so that you're not flexible. So you're always open to what everyone is contributing. And when I tell you these young people, they had to get me straight. No, Miss Tanya, no, that's old. That no, you need a younger. That's not what's happening now. I'm thinking Rihanna and somebody was hip hop and they said, "Oh, no, 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 you need uh Sexy Red and blah blah blah," and I'm listening and I got music that's already been established and blah, and I'm like going back saying, "Oh God, I gotta go back and redo this. The young people told me no." It's like, i I was almost short of having Jay-Z or somebody with the hip-hop. I'm like, they're like, no, no. So, and watching them watch the more seasoned actresses and watching the seasoned actresses look at them like, what are they doing? I'm like, I don't know, but it's interesting. So let's try to help them stand that up. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
everything is coming together in such a serendipitous way. I couldn't be more excited about this play because it has taken on um such a different idea that when I started, sort of, you know what I mean, it has been impacted so much by these young people because listen, I, I am at the point of telling everyone who's older, yes, it is time, give it to them because they've got some ideas, and all what we're here to do right now is help them figure
Hmm.
it out. But their ideas are solid. Their ideas are good. They just need to know how to stand them up. And that's what I have decided that's the life's work. They're our life's work. Pearl says
Yeah.
that in the play.